It is very important to wear a mask because it prevents you from getting COVID-19.
Important to wear a mask because you could get COVID-19.
Like a sneeze, a cough, and the germs from leaving the mask.
It's the virus away from your mouth and your nose.
Keeps the germs out of your mouth.
The air that you breathe.
Because it blocks off COVID-19 from getting in your lungs.
How many do you think will knock over?
7.
I guess it's 20 because I think the mask.
Right there.
Into the invisible world of airflow. And using this same technique, we can see if masks really do help to stop the spread of coronavirus. I hope this video will help. And since I'm a mechanical engineer at the National Institute of Standards and Technology.
And at 250 frames per second, it shows us exactly why masks work to slow airborne infection. Now, it's important to remember that we can't see viral particles in these images. They're too small. But the viruses are carried on that breath just like a river carries fish.
In fact, an individual viral particle is smaller than the weave of most fabrics. So why does this work? Well, masks help in 2 interesting ways. First, it's important to understand that viruses don't float around alone. They fly out in droplets of moisture. Most droplets are heavy enough that they fall within 2 meters or so, but any person or object within that distance can get bathed in virus. And without a mask, some of those droplets can evaporate into super tiny particles of infection that can float on air currents far from your mouth or nose. And these micro droplets are extremely hard for any mask to filter out. But with a mask on, in the warm, humid space between your mouth and the mask, those larger droplets don't have time to evaporate, and they can be captured by common fabrics. Air currents disperse in eddies and swirls instead of flowing away in streams, which means droplets won't travel as far.
Your next cooking job?
Blue. Amazing.
Blue.
Can I take your mask?
What? Cool. Try it on. We'll knock over 3. 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like Good, can you put it on? Take your shade. Cover your nose with it. Clean block. Good work. Alright, good. Now take it off. Put it on the flat.
COVID spreads from when you breathe, cough, or talk, but it goes in little water droplets. So when you talk, cough, or breathe, it usually sinks 6 feet away. Sometimes it shrinks, so it goes farther and travels sometimes very far away, and it sometimes can get into other people's masks if it's small enough, and then they can have COVID-19. And the mask also catches the water droplets before it evaporates into the air.
COVID-19 travels in. It stops most of the water or spit that COVID-19 is in.
Wearing your mask, like, it comes out of there and it doesn't go forward. It doesn't spread that far, and wearing a mask not over your nose, is like not wearing a mask at all.
It's by catching most of our germs and blowing them backwards out of the mask. And then another one is when you cough or sneeze, it can help not let your germs go out into the open. And another way is the mask can stop particles and germs from going onto other people.
So a mask helps because the water droplets doesn't shrink yet, so the mask stops from the water droplets going out of your mask and gets caught up in the fabric of it, and then it won't spread to other people.
They tested a lot of things like talking, shouting, and singing, all that stuff. And they measured the bacteria of how much bacteria there was from each one.
And they did it from like certain feet, and then the 6 feet, like there was only like 1 drop of bacteria. So then it showed that staying 6 feet away can reduce like the bacteria won't spread that far.
It makes the airflow go the other way. It catches the little bubbles of spit with the germ in it, and it slows the air coming from your mouth.
The air goes up instead of going straight out. So when you breathe with the mask on, with it over your nose, it goes up instead of at other people. So when you don't have a mask on, it goes at the people, not away from people, so they have a higher percentage of getting COVID-19.
So they redirect the water droplets, they keep your germs inside and protect others.